saying? It's your boy, Halftime Hawks, and we're back, yeah, with another video. Let's talk some Arsenal, because we love talking Arsenal around here. Only going to be a quick one. Got a few things I want to cover. Firstly, oh my God, Arsenal fans, it's time to be excited, yeah, because Timber, yeah, Big T, yeah, he's back, yeah, back. It's just crazy, right? Like, you know, Timber was like one of the signings that all the Arsenal fans looked at in the summer and was like, oh, okay, okay. We saw him play a bit, saw him in the Community Shield. Was like, what? Okay, Timber, you're looking like you might just be the guy. You look like he was gonna slot right into that first team. Then I think it was Nottingham Forest, the first game. 55 minutes, he was gone. He was gone, and it just felt like such an Arsenal thing, right? We signed this player, he's playing amazing, he's looking like he's just gonna slot right into the first team, and then boom, gone, just gone, and not just like a normal gone, like not gone for like a few weeks or a few months. Brother's been away the whole season. He's been watching the whole season the same way that we have. But he's been charging it up. Yeah, he's been dropping them scriptures. Yeah, we've been seeing him on Twitter dropping them scriptures. Yeah, he's been at, I think, the large majority of the games in the stands just analyzing. Yeah, analyzing the team, analyzing the play. Yeah, doing that research. Yeah, doing that theory. Yeah, taking it all in. Obviously, he's been around the team. He's been about the team, um, and I feel like, I guess maybe the silver lining of the um, injury is because he's had time to take a step back and just watch it. I feel like he's gonna have such a high level understanding of how Arteta wants not only him to play in that role, but just how he's gonna play with the team, right? And now he's back, and he played in the under 23 game, and I know it's an under 23 game, but my God, did you see what he did? I think what, the first 8 minutes, he went, check this, check me out, all the tech, man. Just what? Controlled it, swiveled, dropped the shoulder, then what? Cut back, flicked it round, and then went what? Boom! Slapped it with his right foot, top right bins. Man, can this guy play today? That's all I want to know. Can he play today? He probably can't. But Spurs might have something for you, Might have something for you. But yeah, exciting times. Obviously, we all know the scenario that we're in. Um, we've got 5 games to go. All 5 games, we need 10-10 from everybody. We need our best players. We need our best team, best lineup, all of that. Everybody needs to be focused. And I do think having Timber come back into the squad is just going to give everybody else a little boost because, like, oh, damn, Timber's back. Do you know what I mean? Um, and, finally, we might get to see a bit of what Arteta actually wanted to do this season because he signed Timber alongside Declan Rice and Havertz. Like, those were his like key signings to push us forward for this season. So it'll be good to see how all of them combine together on the pitch, and also see how Timber combines with um, probably Martinelli now, because I do feel that Timber is someone that can definitely unlock um, Martinelli's ability, 100%. Martinelli's going to start getting some of that supreme service. So you might even see Martinelli's level rise. But then, when Trossard's on the left, you might see Trossard level rise. It's just a good thing, right? Like, I'm not going to overgas it and say, he's the best thing since sliced bread. But he's definitely a super positive coming back into the team. So Gunners, yeah, be very excited. Very, very excited. It turns out, yeah, regardless, yeah, of that Arsenal are going, and Arteta, because I do think this signifies that, the board are standing by him, continuing to stand by him. We are getting, a war chest. Yeah, I'm seeing 200 to 250 milli without selling players. That's without selling players, and we all know certain men are leaving. So we could see Arsenal spend upwards of 300 milli in the summer. Yeah. Whoa. What? I'm pretty sure FFP changes come into effect this transfer window as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please do. So we just let it go. We just take the shackles off. You just open the wallet. Like it don't matter. You want 100 mil? Okay, here you go. So yeah, we are going to be heavily investing into the squad, and I've seen us linked with so many different players already. I mean, just to name a few, I know we've started speaking with Bruno Guimaraes, Camp. I know we are interested in Isaac. I know we're interested in Gyökeres. There was talk of Tony. I don't think we'll go for him, but maybe because Brentford have dropped their asking price. You never know. We have been linked with Benjamin Sesko. I did see links with Ferland Mendy from Madrid. And then obviously, Zubamendi's been like a long-term kind of interest for Arsenal and Arteta. So, I mean, from the people we've been linked to, I think it would be safe to say we're looking to add, I would say a striker. I was going to say forward, but I think a striker. Um, Another centre mid, that's clear. Another centre mid. Probably someone who can play, like Rice, can play the 6 and the 8. I don't think we're going to go for someone that can only play the 6 or the 8. I think we're going to go for someone that can play both. Comfortably play both at that as well. And a left back. Depending on who leaves, I wouldn't be surprised if we went for another right back and potentially a centre back. But I do think left back is definitely of the defense the most prevalent. And then obviously depending on if Ramsdale leaves, we'll obviously sign another keeper. And I mean, just on the left back thing, I think that does kind of spell the end for Zinchenko at Arsenal. Whether you think that's fortunate or unfortunate is a different matter. But I do think that from what Arteta saw at the beginning of the season, well, pre-season, and probably what he's seen throughout all of his recovery, I think he is leaning more towards Timber being the main man for that position, which is I mean, it's a shock, right? Because to me, I knew he was a centre back that could play right back. So I thought that we signed him to play right back. But then when he came in, he was playing left back. So I think that caught everybody like off guard. Like, and then now for him to be looking like he's going to be the first team left back, yeah, it's very interesting. It is seeming like even though we can invert from the right, I think it does look like Arteta really prefers inverting from the left. Um, so, and I mean, I think that's probably because usually Martinelli plays on the left, and I mean, depending on who we sign. Because you know what, I even saw us at some point linked with Liao, so maybe we are looking for a left winger as well. But he definitely wants that left winger to be further upfield, which means it creates space for the left back to slot in, whereas Saka usually comes deep, not that far forward, so it could cause like too much congestion on that right side if we invert from the right. But this is just from what I've seen. So yeah, we're going to be spending big, and I mean with that comes added pressure next season because everyone's going to be saying, "Oh, Arsenal spent this much money. Oh, Arsenal spent so much money. You spent nearly $1 billion. All that shit. It's gonna come. For me, it's in one ear out the other in it because I don't do economy football in it. You know what I mean? I don't do investment banking football in it. That's not what I do in it. I don't really care what we spend as long as we're spending and bringing in the players that we need to go forward and continue to challenge and potentially, hopefully, fingers crossed, say your prayers, win a major. yeah, I guess it's strange, right? Because as Arsenal fans, we went from looking at our owners and thinking, raw, like, are you man ever gonna are you ever gonna back the team? Like, why are you man moving so stingy with your wallet? Like, come on, man, we're Arsenal. Like, we should be signing the top quality talent out there. Like, what's going on? To now, probably like, whoa, okay, Kroenke, okay, whoa, yes, I mean, thank you, but you got other franchises to invest in, isn't it? So, but yeah, I really do think that they want to win something big with Arsenal because they've won something major with all their other franchises. So this is probably their last like sporting project that they want to get success in, right? So I'm all here for it. I'm all here for it. And I mean, I kind of spoke about this before, and Arsenal fans blasted me. So I'm going to say this right now. Yeah, this is hypothetical. Yeah, I'm just talking about a topic. Yeah, by no means am I saying it has to happen, or I want it to happen, or anything of the sort. Yeah, we're just having a little discussion. Discussion's okay, right? Yeah, yeah, cool, sweet. Yeah. So based upon the fact that you know the board's backing Arteta, I think they're backing him again. I think Arteta will be the manager going forward next season, unless he himself walks away, which I know he was very close to it last summer. He was very close to walking away. He was. I remember him talking about actually like he was sitting down like asking himself like, do I have it in me? Like, am I right for this? So at least he's self aware. Whether you like him or not, at least we can all admit he's self aware. Will next season be his final dance? Will it be Arteta's final dance with Arsenal? And I mean, it always comes down to what can we actually do next? Like, what will we achieve next season? Um, are we going to be dominating and being in and around and getting to the Aprils and Mays again and just looking like we just can't get over the line, like we just can't do it. And I mean, there's still 5 games left, so we might do it. Yeah, I think we have every opportunity to, right? But it's now down to the players and the manager to show us as fans that we're there. Do you know what I mean? And not even just us and fans, like pretty much to show themselves, because regardless, yeah, they work so hard. Like regardless, like they work so hard. Like there was a um, there was a stat, yeah, of like the players from teams that have played the most games in the Premier League, and sorry, this not Premier League this season, and out of a list of 10, Arsenal had 6 players. That's crazy. So they've been working hard. Like they've been literally given everything. So I can't fault them on that. But if we get to next season and we've gone out of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup early, and maybe we go out in the quarterfinals again in the Champions League. God forbid we go out any sooner. Um, and we get to like the final 5 games of the season and we're in the exact same scenario. I'm sorry, guys, that'd be a pattern. Do you know what I mean? At that point, it would be a pattern. Like it would actually be, it would be a pattern. Like it would be a behavior. Like it would be a standard. Like it would indicate that this is the level. Like it would indicate that this is where like Arteta ball gets Arsenal in it. Taking all that in, I do think that next season is his last dance, unless yeah we win. See, so I don't even think winning the FA Cup or the League Cup alone would be enough. So I would say unless we either do the double of the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, or we win the Champions League. But I want that trophy, man. Or we win the Premier League. I think one of those 3 things has to happen. Obviously, obviously, please, Arteta, go and win them all. Do the quadruple, please. Show everybody up. I want you to. I actually like you as a manager. I can't lie. I like you not only as a manager. I like you as a leader as well. I feel like you're a very good leader. Um, and I feel like you did something very very smart, which was, all right. I've got a very distinct way of playing. Yeah, I'm very particular about the way I want to play. I'm very particular about the way that people should behave. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in a crop of young players. Not gonna overdo it though. Like some teams, yeah, who obviously went a bit too far with young players because it's a lot easier to to grow than it is to change, right? But a lot easier. Like it's a lot easier to instill into like young people's mindset than it is to change the mindset of more experienced older players in it. Obviously they're used to playing a certain way. And then you could argue, why not go and get more experienced players that can play the way you want to play? Then you have to start looking at the financial side of it, right? Like, can we afford to, at least at the time, could we afford to like go and get that one player that would achieve that, but we're spending like 70, 80 million on him, but we still got so many other gaps in the squad that we need to fill. I don't think it was realistic. So, and I think that's why the board have been backing him, is because I think they're very aware of the situation that we was in. Yeah, I think it's definitely the final dance. I think next season the writing will be on the wall. Um, ironically, it will be all or nothing. um, and yeah, I'm still very excited to see where this season will go. I've got full faith in the club, in the players. They got my full support. The manager, everyone's got my full support. Backroom staff, all of that, everyone's got my full support. Um, and yeah, let's just see what can happen. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. You know, drop some comments below, man. Let me know what you think about any of the things I've discussed. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you annoyed? Well, if you're an Arsenal fan, you're going to be annoyed. Well, depending what Arsenal fan you are, you're going to be annoyed. But don't be too annoyed because we're brethren. We're all fighting the same cause. We all want the same things. So let's learn to openly discuss important matters without getting too emotional. But if you're emotional and you can't help it, that's also cool. Like and subscribe.